Welcome back to Resident Evil 6 here on the Heavy Base X channel. Last time we went for the longest night, but we now began this little interesting campaign. Is that we got all that stuff, but we can now start the game proper. So we have skill settings. We can select our chapters. And if you look here, these are the skills that you cannot buy, but you can only have a maximum of at least 3. Keep an eye on this. Later on, when we do actually get the currency, which is the skill points, to actually make the purchases, we're going to at least get 3 of those. So we begin our campaign. And we're going to start things off by going back several days, in fact. Going back to the start of Leon's campaign. Leon starts the campaign off, but we're also going to be you could select the chapter should you want to, but that's not a good idea. Normally, it'd be like in the subway and all that stuff. So we're going to go for the normal difficulty, and of course we can choose from Leon or Helena. Right now we can't choose the other character because in this chapter, which is one of 5 by the way, we're going to start things off with Leon S. Kennedy. We can have infinite ammo, but that's technically called cheap tactics. So, we're going to go straight to this. And now for our Resident Evil 6 factoid. HUD position. Change the side of the character. You can now lock the HUD in place of options. Basically, it's a camera angle. If you press the button down, you can choose the side of the character. But alas, we get to go back several bits, and things happen. What caused Leon to be a giant in the first place?
Bioorganic weapons are a global threat. Start working with the rest of the world.
Oh dear. Oh dear, the president's become a zombie.
It might create more problems.
Oh, that's interesting.
We want to have any chance. I've always valued your friendship, Leon.
Stay right where you are.
He's got no choice. Leon, you have to shoot him. He's a zombie.
Mr. President.
You know, you and zombies don't exactly make the best combination. You just shoot the fucker in the head. He's gonna kill your partner, dude. What the heck?
Don't make me do this.
Leon, you got no choice. It's either them or you. It's either you or them. Ooh, headshot. And that takes care of President Evil. Ha 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 ha. I've always wanted to make that reference. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, President of the United States is dead. Well, he was zombified, but now he's dead again. Shit happened. And of course, Leon killing the president, you know what happens.
What are you talking about?
Leon is now the president of the United States since he deposed of the old one. But what is her relation to the whole thing?
Tolok's Cathedral. I'll explain everything there, Agent Kennedy.
Huh.
How do you know my name?
Yes?
Hunnigan.
Hunnigan!
You're both all right.
How do you two know each other?
That's Helena Harper. She's been with the Secret Service since last year. I can't tell you how good it is to hear you two are all right. Look, I hate to rush introductions, but I need a report on your situation.
Well, the president is dead and everything's fucked up beyond belief.
I just shot the president.
He had already been infected by the time we found him. Leon did what he had to. He saved my life.
Well, Leon killed the You know the worst part about it? That's the same You know who the funny thing was, this was kind of ironic. Leon just killed Ashley's father. Yeah, that Adam Benford is Ashley's father. Ashley for Resident Evil 4. So there is a connection there. So that Hunnigan's already the connection. Basically what's happened is, it's another Raccoon City. Holy fucking shit. There's gonna be another zombie infestation. This is going to be good.
I might have something.
Because this is going to be good.
Keep your radio on.
So now, Leon.
You will if you come with me.
Yeah, there's the thing about Leon. Ever since say, Resident Evil 2, he's got this very large distrust of women. Very large distrust. Doesn't help that they never keep him in the loop as well. So, it's just that, really. Anyway, story intersections, which we're going to be taking a look at some point. It's mostly due to the fact that every story has its own story and own campaign. However, they will intersect. And technically, I will be intersecting other stories as well. But, yeah, the President of the United States is dead, zombified, and he's fucked. So we gotta go to this church. Now, this is an interesting Soul game because every chapter in this game is split into 5 segments. There are 5 chapters and there's 5 segments each. There's roughly about it's gonna be 25 parts each. So it's not if it is a bit my fault for not explaining much. Know that in order to do so, I don't like 30-minute videos where it's either not anything else, but all I have to do then is this is a little bit something different, and I'm going to try and play a Resident Evil as much as I can. Yes, I did try and play Resident Evil HD with the Jill side effect, but that never went through because I ran out of patience. So that got scrapped, and I'm probably going to have to do that another time. So the elevator's out. We can't have power, obviously, because, well, you know, the zombie outbreak. And yes, before anyone else asks, this is probably going to be most of the chapter. It's going to be slow building, but with only a bit of a payoff. You know, this eerily reminiscent of either Resident. This entire story is a homage back to Resident Evil 4, but the first chapter of it is a homage specifically to Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. In other words, old school Resident Evil fans will have their will know certain references and all that.
You
so
see one of them, aim for the head. It's your best
bet. It is a co-op version, but you can choose between 2 different characters. The AI is actually helpful, unlike Sheva in the last game. She had her own criticisms. Specifically, I mean, Josh was slightly better than her, but that was about it. Also, you may have noticed there's no one around. Kinda creepy when there's literally nothing here, and there's blood everywhere. Which means there must have been a massacre that happened right before all this happened, and we only barely saw the gist of it. Also, Helena confirming that Leon was in fact one of the Raccoon City survivors. And he's got major deja vu, so
you can kiss your freedom goodbye.
Considering he had distrust of female to begin with during the second one, and then he kinda got shot by frickin' Annette Birkin during frickin' Resident Evil 2 Leon's campaign, which I still think is a better Leon A, which I still think is a better story than Claire A and Leon B. Fuck you guys. Anyway, don't know if we can get that shit sorted. Let's get down to it. We can now run again. Yeah, but we can also can't select any weaponry. We haven't got any HUD displays. All we could just do is run. So that's really about it. We can't exactly sprint either, which is a new feature for Resident Evil, which we saw in the prologue of The Longest Night. So everything so far has actually been pretty good. So, well, through the kitchen. Unexpected close-up there. There's that guy goes off again.
In the back.
It is kind of eerie, to be honest. When I first played this, I had major flashbacks of tension of what Resident Evil 2 used to be. Resident Evil 2 was beautiful. It had the right amount of tenseness. It had the correct amount of pacing. But it also technically was an action game, but if you knew what you was doing, it's easy as shit. Which is why I'm so looking forward to the remake coming out next year, which is going to be my fucking jam. And we burst into the office! Guns blazing! And it's some dude who's coughing. You've got some really bad halitosis. The fog.
The fog. It came out of nowhere.
Wait. A fog?
Liz! Wait, let me go!
Well, he's worried about his daughter. That's probably right. There we go.
My daughter,
Seriously.
she's all alone. If we don't do something...
All right, I get it. But if you
Oh,
don't
I
put
get
her
it
down, you
too.
won't leave
Very
her
clever.
safer.
Alright.
You understand?
Leon says he's used to survival horror for Raccoon City, and then probably like
Is that your
he's
daughter?
used to Raccoon City, then the stuff that happened
Alright,
in
Leon, we don't
in
have time.
Darkside Chronicles, and then there's the stuff that happened in Resident Evil 4. He's used to this sort of zombie shit, zombie then plague shit. But I think he's more Leon's specialty in this game is that you are going to be facing against zombies. All characters have their own unique things. Oh, see these? Shoot them. They're called serpent emblems. You're going to be picking these up. There's about 4 in every chapter. There's 4 in every part, except usually the last scenario. That's usually for something different. But since, of course, this bit can actually glitch. I've actually seen this on Proton John's stream when he was working with E-Fracture, or Paul, his good friend. They had to restart this bit 3 fucking times because, you know, the guy that you're supposed to be following, he kind of glitched. And it's kind of spooky when it's like, oh, now the lights are turned off. Wow, this is turning out to be a fantastic reminder of Resident Evil 2, and I'm really, really hoping that... I'm hoping Capcom finds the right balance. I really hope so. I know Kamiya's not coming back for it, but I'm really hoping Capcom's gonna find some measure of balance. I hope they don't fuck it up. It's Capcom's best-selling Resident Evil game. Actually, technically, this sold quite a bit of copies itself. I think it sold 5 million copies. So it's not that bad of a Resident Evil. It's not. It's silly for what it is. It's a good game. It's not a very good Resident Evil. It's fantastic. It's a great game.
Thank you.
That's the public consensus. It's a great game, just not Resident Evil enough. Mind you, I mean, this is probably going to be the last... This is also the last game in the new Resident Evil style because Resident Evil 7 got announced by this time. Resident Evil 7 is coming out in a few months, and it's going to be it looks like the PT demo with elements of Outlast in it. So in other words, it's elements of those with that one. But then again, I'm kind of biased. I never played The Last of Us, and I really enjoyed Barry's campaign in Revelations 2. So I'm kind of biased. Plus, I really enjoy Revelations most of the time, looking at Jill's ass. I'm not deeply ashamed by that one. I think a lot of people kind of have that same consensus. Anyway, seriously, there is not much that we can do. I mean, we're only going to be following this guy precisely. We have to find his daughter and see if we can actually hope getting out of here. For those that have actually played the Resident Evils, and believe me, there's quite a those who play Resident Evils, you know what's coming. I'm not going to be the one that spoils it yet, but you've got the basics. So, he's fucked, and basically he's going to die soon, because basically he breathed in the fog. I'm not saying what the fog does, but the next part, let's just go mention before, each chapter is split into 5 checkpoint areas that you can restart those from. We're going to be dealing the episodes in that format, with a little bit on the end. Oh, fucking hell, dogs! Seriously? Oh, God, not fucking Cerberuses again! The last thing we want is fucking Cerberuses. Not in this game, particularly. We need to get some work on that elevator immediately. And then we also got that.
You can take my car. Thanks. Now let's find Liz and get the hell out of here.
Right, let's get going because we got some shit to do. Excuse me, dude, you glitched me out of the way. I know you're in pain. I know you're worried about your daughter, mate, but you don't have to push me out of the way, especially if it's a glitch bit. It's kind of spooky, actually. There's no ammunition. I've only got 1 clip of rounds. Anything can fucking happen. I mean, lightning's going across. This kind of reminds me of that Resident Evil 4 pitch project, the one with the castle and the spooky shit. Oh, that was kind of fucking creepy by itself. And there's a suspicious blood print on the door. Something's going to happen. Oh, at least we got to the end of where... At least we can find out where she is. Sort of tense. Let's go through it. Bodies. Ah! So you're Liz. Kinda had to assume there. Okay, the more I'm suspicious here, I'm more suspicious about these two bodies. You sure? Yeah, I'm very suspicious about those bodies. I can't tell which was which. I can't tell if they died together. Are they bros for life? Nothing wrong with being saw that way. I mean, home bros for life and all that. Nothing wrong with that. But now we gotta follow this. This is a fucking annoyance. Don't worry. It's not over for long. I think this is punishment for me doing the whole title being Resident Evil. And seriously though, that's probably going to be a chapter of this part. It's quite literally we have to trend slowly, not go fast whatsoever. Can't go ahead of these two. Well, we can, but I just like, you know. They're gonna glitch. If they get glitched, it can actually glitch the starting point. But the way it seems to be blocked. Not a bit surprised, really. Really? No. No. You'd be surprised with how much crap that goes through. So. Anyway, we're nearly done. The lift's there, so once we get this lift, we can go straight down, borrow their car, and get the fuck out of here. And that's really it. We get. Seriously, you're not. You know this is a recipe for disaster, right? A lift, one potential victim, two potential victims. You haven't got your guns armed. I mean, both of you look to be together. She's gonna turn. One of them's gonna turn. He's going to turn. Or she's going to turn. It's kind of like, oh. Well, she's dead.
Liz?
I can't take this PC seriously when he makes that expression. Seriously. Guys, get the guns out. One of them's gonna turn. She's probably gonna turn. Kinda convenient. Also, plot thickening. And I hear munching. Well, that's eerily retrospective of the Resident Evil 1 first zombie. Well, this is the first new zombie, and oh boy, do they look fucking terrifying! If you have no idea what you're doing, you shake him off, and then he fucking gave her Leon a haymaker. Shoot her once, and then basically Helena gets her on her back and finishes the job for her. Thank God! Thank God! That bit was painful!
I can't believe this.
That was Helena's first zombie, and of course Leon's harsh lesson. It's either them or us. And they never hesitate. Unfortunately, I think we're about to make a big mistake here because, let's put it this way.
I don't think we're alone in here.
There are going to be fuck tons of zombies coming at us right in a few minutes, and we're buggered if we're not. Shit!
Don't let him in!
Whack him! Kick him! Bash him! The one thing that's beneficial to this new game is the upgrades to the melee aspect. For this bit in particular, we're going to be taking advantage of at least the melee aspect, rather than the more focus. The good news is, Helena does not run out of ammo, but we can also aim with our guns, as you can see here. But we can also do this. Get rid of the zombie. And we can also stomp them down, but they also carry items as well. Kind of important, really, when you think about it. You can daze them, you can whack them, you can bash them, you can smack them. And they can do quite a bit of damage as well. Not much there. Not much entirely, but you can now trip over bodies.
Let's go.
Which is a new aspect, which is probably going to be a very annoying aspect. Also, there's a zombie right there. Also, picking up ammos is kind of important here. You can get like 10. In the ammo cases, you can get like 18 loaded, but you cannot upgrade them, so, like you could in Resident Evil 4 and 5. So that technique is no longer there. But we can also... Jesus! That is extreme! But also zombies that are like low and prone can now come back to life. Unlike other zombies that are like doing things. But they don't go into goo or anything, they just like stay dead. Yeah, but there's the problem with that. We can't go back the way we came because zombies are outside and we're kind of trapped. So there's only one place we can go to. I'm gonna try and find if there's any other, you know, anything that we missed. There should be an ammo pack somewhere or a herb. But anyway, I think we can't linger here anymore. So that's gonna be the end of this segment. At least we go for the break room or the security room, and then we discover that the whole tragedy is happening all through campus. Is that there's a lot of people dead. And those two peeps have no idea. It's like, help! Save us! And the problem is, though, here come the zombies. Well, they're idiots. They just witnessed a massacre.
Leon, it's too late.
Leon used to be like, we could save survivors, but in this game, Helene is giving him a harsh reality as well. We can't save everyone. Help literally means you're going to get killed and massacred. Not exactly anymore.
You're right.
But Leon shrugs it off. So, next time on Resident Evil 6, we gotta go for the campus to find our way out of here. Now that the way out initially is blocked off. Thank God we don't have to do any more casual shit. See you next time.